Susie is there working hard, making sure the show is as tip-top as possible.
Incredibly hard, yes.
And what's our beverage of the day, please?
Well, I think a classic gin and tonic would be delicious
classic.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay, slice of lime or slice of lemon or both?
Well, you should try a slice of grapefruit.
What?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think anybody wants to do that.
No.
Okay.
It depends. Your garnish on a gin should depend on what the botanicals that are in the gin
Just make
that
a
you
note
make
of
it with.
Dear Father Simon says Kenny, I beg your pardon.
Kenny.
Kenny says
Kenny.
today's story.
Okay.
Smart speaker coming your way, Kenny. I've listened to your confession slot since its inception and never thought I had a tale suitable. The PG, by the way. I thought of
really?
This one.
Oh, right.
That was until your recent camping confession. It reminded me of an incident from September 2018 that took place in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
It started as an impromptu booking of concert tickets to go and see Lady Antebellum, now known as Lady A, as a birthday gift for my girlfriend, Karen, States at the time. Not letting that get in the way of a good concert, I scoured the list of venues and I picked Atlanta and booked the tickets. Atlanta was chosen partly because I have a good friend there who I could visit, although it's 255 miles away because I checked, but also due to its proximity to Nashville, so there
Yes.
you go. But in American terms, that's quite close. A place we'd always wanted to go for the music scene. So what started as a plan to see Lady A suddenly turned into a 10-day road trip, taking in Nashville and also Memphis to do the obligatory Graceland visit. Well worth it, by the way. To make it even more of a stereotypical US road trip, we decided to hire a motorhome, or as they would say over there, an RV. And we collected our vehicle on arrival at Atlanta. It was a white Luton van-sized Ford with a V8 engine, some sort of mountain scene graphic on the rear quarter, and a large toll-free number for the rental company along the side. Classy, huh? The bed was over the cab, a small two-seater dining area in the middle, and the kitchen toilet area was at the rear. This detail is relevant to the incident in question.
Okay.
We arrived on the outskirts of Nashville some 4 hours later and headed for the RV park that we had pre-booked. I'm not sure if all RV parks across America are similar, but without exception, the other RVs there were huge. Coach-sized vehicles with hydraulic sides that extended out to make them even huger. They were absolute palaces. We found our pitch, parked our rental Matchbox vehicle between two of these palaces, and after freshening up, called a cab to take us to downtown Nashville for the evening. As we walked to the gatehouse to collect our cab some while later, we viewed in amazement the sheer scale and luxury of the various RVs that were all around us. One thing we weren't aware of about Tennessee is that in September the temperature is either very hot and humid or very wet. We mostly experienced the latter, with rain of biblical proportions for most of our time there. It didn't dampen the fantastic evening we had in Nashville, however, strolling from bar to bar to listen to the fantastic music that was on offer. It really is a fantastic place to visit. When it was time to head back, we called another cab to take us the 20-minute drive back to the park. But as we approached, the heavens opened again. The cab dropped us at the gatehouse. We decided to sprint down the hill to our van, mostly looking down to the path to avoid the worst of the puddles. We reached our van, I pulled out my keys and unlocked the door, but for some reason the door wouldn't open.
I wonder why.
I tried the key again and still nothing. I tried a third time, pulled at the door, and finally it did open. I put my foot on the step and went inside. We were greeted not by the empty RV that we expected, but two people, a couple in their 20s, maybe 30s, sat on our dining seats opposite each other, across the table, playing cards, and both totally naked.
Oh.
As you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like a caravan club holiday.
Yeah, of course.
Just like WOMAD, I was thinking. Anyway, without thinking, I said, "Oh, I'm ever so sorry," and I backed out and shut the door before thinking, hang on, why am I sorry? Who the hell are these two naked people in my RV?
Yeah.
Why are they playing cards in the nude anyway? What's wrong with these people? And then, having taken a step back and all ready to open the door again and confront them, we realised the awful reality. good. Amongst all of the $1 million palaces with the hydraulic sides, there wasn't just one small rental RV with mounting graphic and toll-free number on the side. There were two. And in our haste to beat the weather with the rain in our eyes, we managed to break into an identical rental RV. Ours was 3 pitches further on. We hadn't given a second's thought that there might be another like ours. So we do need to seek Father Simon forgiveness from the young naked couple who, but why were they naked playing cards? What is that a strange Nashville game? We need to know.
Yeah.
I'd also like to seek forgiveness from my lovely girlfriend, Karen, as it struck us later that evening that I just committed breaking and entering in Tennessee where nearly everyone has a gun. So basically I'm thinking that we actually got away with it. So I'd still recommend Nashville, says Kenny, but I would like forgiveness first of all before I go again. Sister Susie from the pub.
Well, there's a few things here, Kenny. You mentioned Nashville, which obviously everyone should visit. It's great, but also you didn't mention Dollywood, which isn't too far away from Nashville. So I don't know if I can forgive you for the fact you didn't go to Dollywood, but you tried the door 3 times. Yes. Surely that's an indication that it's not your van.
Who plays cards in the nude? Anyway.
Well, that's another matter. But I don't forgive you, Kenny.
Maybe it's a Nashville thing. Anyway, brother.
I mean, the cards, you can't get your mind off that. I mean, I always thought, it's been a while since I played strip poker. But, but normally when one of the participants is no longer in the whatever, then that's when the game ends. Is my recollection.
Not this game, sunshine.
Everyone keeps playing till everything's gone. So I'm going to forgive because there's clearly a design flaw with the keys. If all the keys work in all the RVs, where's the security? And they all look the same, then, it's not your fault, Kenny. So forgiven.
Okay.